Get ready to level your shit up with the LFG show. We travel the globe to bring you heavy hitters from all walks of life. We've been talking some serious business, from the best digital marketers, government contracting experts, to top athletic and celebrity doctors. We've got it all covered. We're talking to guys who've cashed in for billions with a B. And the best thing is, we're just getting started. So hold on tight. We're about to crank it up a notch. Get ready for next level networking and masterminds within the LFG community. Scared money don't make no money or honey. Hit the subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, and let's fucking go.
Anthony Paluzzi has got a vegan, fucking gluten-free. Look, she's gluten-free. This was not intentional.
It's not real.
How is it? What's your first?
It's not vegan.
Oh, it's not vegan? I thought it was vegan.
No, I'd kill myself. Don't do that.
All right. Let's try it. Boom, LFG fan, we're back. Oh, we're doing eating pizza. Chance, who produced the show, he's been at 3 pizzerias in the last 3 hours. I've been to 2. I've been to like 4 in the last 3 days, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've got a pizza out, but fuck it. We're gonna keep it going. Boom, we're back. Anyway, we're gonna take the subway right now. We're gonna talk some shit on the subway. Good shit. Where's the destination? We don't even know. That's what makes this fun. The train's coming. It's coming. It's perfect. All right, guys. We took this underground. We came to the subway. We're doing content. No one in the industry is doing content in subways, let alone New York City subway. This is real. This is like I don't know. It's rush hour right now, I guess. I don't even know.
Everyone's going home.
So I want my man Anthony Paluzzi.
Let's fucking go home.
I said this before. He no Paluzzi. He's a legend in the game. How long you been in the game for, my man?
It's coming up about 15 years.
15 years of PALO Media Group.
PALO Media. That's us.
Doing big things. One of the best guys in the industry. He knows this shit. Let's get into him, man. How was Affiliate Summit for you?
It's good. A lot of relationship cementing. You know, may not meet a lot of people, but the people you know, you really get to just like really with them and strengthen that relationship. So we get to kick it. We get to have a good time.
We had a great day. We had some matchas this morning.
Yeah.
We had some pizza. We had some breakfast, some bacon bagels. We did it all.
Oh yeah, that was good.
So what's your big takeaway from ASC? What was the vibe? What did you feel?
Biggest takeaway, I wouldn't say I came away with like a vertical or a traffic site. It was more just build these partnerships better, because more and more people are relying on stronger partnerships to scale rather than just a better offer or a better traffic type. They're looking for those people that are going to stand by them to scale. And so I'm seeing that partnerships have always been strong and always needed, are even more important now.
So the verticals you're working on primarily are more legal. Legal is the main thing.
Legal and insurance, those are the 2 big ones for us. That's what we try and bring the most value.
So legal and insurance, right? A lot of torts.
Yep, torts is big. It's kind of slow right now, but lots of motor vehicle accident. We try and build that out in-house to our call center. Social security, disability, things like that. Tort's going to have its comeback. I'm excited for when that's coming back.
Torts, crazy. I went to Mass Torts Made Perfect in April.
Yep.
See that we were trying some tort stuff out, didn't really work, but the numbers, you're talking about multi-billion $dollar cases, and it's just crazy the amount of money in torts.
Oh yeah, lots of money, lots of hedge fund money too.
Yeah,
because they see it as a better investment than putting it into the market. So you're going to see a lot more money poured into torts a lot sooner than people expect.
I'm sure. And SSDI, can you explain SSDI and then how good it seems like that's another good niche vertical?
Yeah, SSDI, like it's simple. When you're 64, you now become eligible to receive your Social Security checks. You've been paying into that Social Security fund your whole life through your paychecks. But hey, let's say you can't work, can't make an income. You want your Social Security earlier. What we do is we partner with law firms that help individuals get their Social Security faster before the age of 64, typically between 50 and 64. And their attorneys go in court, they fight for their clients, and then they take a small piece of whatever they win for that individual. SSD is great. It's evergreen. It helps people, and it's essentially sponsored by the government. And as long as you're doing things the right way, there's a tremendous amount of scale.
And you have a call center doing that kind of stuff too, right?
With what we do in SSD, we don't really use our call center too much. We don't need to, because the call centers on the other side with the firms are phenomenal. But if you really want to actually bring, let's say, a lead in from a flow, let's say you got data, let's say you got Facebook, whatever that is, it's really good to bring your call center to qualify them. get them out to the end client. Works great.
I love it.
Yeah.
How you like doing this interview on that subway?
I mean, to be honest, I was hoping to see a little bit more craziness.
Me too. I was always juggling.
But now I think, to be fair, we're the crazy ones. Yeah. So, when there are no assholes in the room that you can see, you're the asshole.
Nothing's ever how you expected, man. I like this sign right here.
That's a pretty cool sign right there, man.
So anyway, let's go back to what we're talking about.
What have you indulged in the last 25 minutes?
What am I? What?
All right, keep going.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's going on. Nice shape, by the way, man.
I try to look good for you.
I appreciate you, man. So anyway, man, what's your advice to somebody that's been in the industry for a while? Because I feel like the last year in particular has been very volatile. Would you agree? It's been a volatile year?
Sure. In many different ways. Traffic platforms have been volatile. Compliance and regulation has been crazy, especially in certain verticals. Some verticals have slowed down quite a bit. Some have grown quite a bit. But, what's my advice to somebody who's like a veteran?
Yeah, but someone that maybe you're killing it and they took a big step backwards. I'm hearing a lot of that shit.
Take a step back. Try to take a step back and look around and have more conversations. I often try and have a conversation with somebody in an industry that I don't even plan on getting into, simply because it gives me more perspective into what makes things work. Maybe I don't want to get into home services, but I can have a conversation with you about what drives home services. Maybe take a little bit of that blueprint of what drives it and apply it to legal. Or maybe sit and talk with a traffic source to say, we're starting to see X, Y, and Z grow. Why is it growing? Because let's say there's more attention on this platform. Okay, well then maybe that steers me in a direction to find more affiliates rather than maybe doing media buying myself. Having those conversations have always led me to the next big thing.
Right, you're right.
I didn't just all of a sudden stumble into a motor vehicle accident. I had conversations. I learned what was working. I talked to attorneys and I built my perspective around more conversations. But don't just try and jump to something because it's hot. You're just going to end up burning time, burning money, building a little bit, but not building enough to really get your business to the next level. Step back, observe, talk, take action.
Great advice right there. And I think it's simple when you think about it. Having a simple conversation, talking to somebody, and at least it's momentum. It gets it going.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, it's great. We got to do more of this.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When you looked at solar as a, let's call it hot, no pun intended, industry, did you begin to see the ebbs and flows that led you to think, oh, solar may be on the downturn. I now need to maybe start to diversify myself out of solar?
Kind of. So what happened back in, I don't know, it was 2017 or 2018, President Trump he put tariffs on solar.
Okay.
And people were very nervous about it. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to screw us or whatever. But I saw the money didn't get out of solar. It kept coming in. So the industry was very resilient, is what happened.
Okay.
So there was a lot of noise in what it was. Yeah, it affected the industry in a certain degree, but it wasn't like a devastating blow.
Yeah.
What happens a few years later with the interest rates was something that I don't think people expected. That is usually what you don't expect.
Yep.
Is what happens. Shit comes out of left field. That's what you got to be prepared for. But what caused me to start to really not pivot, but diversify was I would go to these shows like Affiliate Summit and LeadsCon, and there were limited solar people there. Like at LeadsCon, there might be maybe 5 or 7 solar advertisers, and I had to make sure I talked to all 5 or 7. And once I found them or found as many as I could, I didn't have that much more to talk to people about. I had less conversation. I realized, man, if I really want to double my income, triple my income, I need to do other verticals that might be related. So I tried home services, but home service, I couldn't figure it out. But then I found out that, hey, by having conversations, some of my solar guys may have been doing something else like debt or mortgage or something. So then I'm like, okay, let's plug into mortgage, because mortgage is homeowners at the end of the day. It's kind of related. Yep. So I started buying mortgage data for solar.
You're building a family of customers.
Yeah, and then we would try that. It really wasn't my thing, but later on I made it work. So I started to diversify slowly, which helped me out because years later when solar started going the other way, I had other income streams coming in.
Okay.
But that came by going to these shows and realizing, hey, people like to talk to me. I'm making money with solar. If I expanded my horizon and start to learn more or hire people that have expertise in that area, I could fucking crush it.
Yeah. And I like what you said earlier about the tariffs, because I think there's a lot of things that happen like in the government or just society that take 12 months to actually show in our industry. You watch Silicon Valley, the show?
No, I want to hear. I heard
there's a scene where one of the big investors shorts Burger King because they use sesame seeds on their buns. And there's going to be a big cicada, it's a comedy, it's kind of funny, but there's a big cicada bird thing in India that's going to kill all the sesame plants. And he's like, and with that, we're going to short Burger King. Come to find out he made $20 million off of it. But it's like, it's funny to watch. That's the stupidest analogy I could have made. It's funny to just watch like how the government can say, we're going to do this, but we don't see it at all, or we may see it later.
Yeah.
Medicare, ACA, we're beginning to see it. So now it's the time where, like you said, okay, let's diversify. Let's have these conversations, which is cool.
And you know what?
It's more fun.
It is more fun. And you got to always be on your toes. Look at what's going on next. Anthony Sandrea said one time he would get on earnings calls for these publicly traded companies in our industry, like Flow and what's it called, Media Alpha, DMS, and he would listen to what they were talking about. So they said they would actually talk about what their moves are or what they're thinking about doing. He would make moves based on that because these guys got hundreds of millions of dollars. He's going to follow the money.
Yep.
So I thought that was great advice. It's kind of what you're saying, because when you do that, you can see what's going on with the government. These guys are prepared for it. You know, they're hedging events, and you got to do that stuff as well. You do something as well.
Yeah. So every industry has its little canary in the cave.
Yeah.
You know, if something's happening, what does that mean? Even on an earnings call, if you're selling to somebody and they're public and their earnings are down 50%, what does that mean in terms of wanting to work with them? What does that mean in terms of what this means for the whole industry if they're a market leader? So, yeah. You can learn so much just by listening.
Yeah, so true, man. And that's huge. I think about solar. So we gotta get out. Solar stocks started creating a year and a half ago, going like down from like 250 to 125. Now those stocks are like at 50, but that's a sign of what's going on, man.
Okay.
Don't catch a falling knife, right?
Are we getting out?
Yeah, well,
All right.
Age data. There's only a few months left of this.
A lot of different ways to monetize data. Data is a very broad term. There's a lot more money in it. You already spent the money. Let's just say it cost you $10 for a Medicare lead. You make $1 million in sales, you really only made $100,000.
And you might not get paid by your advertiser.
What if I can get an extra 50 cents, $1, $2, $3 per lead in perpetuity? What does that do to my marketing campaign? What does that do for the stress of the profits of my company? A percentage or two at those kind of numbers are huge as moving the needle. So for us, what I love about age data, the hard part's already been done. Now it's just the revenue left for your company. What would the extra $10, $20, $30,000 a week do for your business?
Absolutely.
All of our big partners are making hundreds of thousands, if not millions a year with us. They're never going to have this gold rush again.
Yeah, it comes down to pivoting, man, and being aware so you can't pivot, being ahead of the curve, and by listening to around these calls, by coming to the shows and talking to the people who are actually doing it. They're doing it and had success. Yeah, like you were saying before, if I'm going to try to get the tour, I'm going to talk to you. You've been doing it for fucking years and years.
When you're trying to break a new vertical, how do you look at hiring? You look at it as, I need to bring in an expert. I need to figure this out myself. I need to do X. Well, you guys, you know, I know you've been not on a hiring spree, but you brought in some good people. And it's kind of like, oh, what do you expect out of them to help you break in?
Well, yeah. I mean, first of all, if they've been, it's like anything, you got a track record, right? If they've been doing it for a while and they've been somewhere for like a long time and they haven't hopped around. My worst experience in hiring, and you know, we're salespeople. Salespeople are easy to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Salespeople fucking run the economy. We do impulsive shit and whatever, right? So the point is that we especially as a business owner, you want to move fast. So what happens is there's so many times my partner and I, someone talk, it sounds really good, whatever. We hire them, but they don't bring in the goods. You spent all this money on bullshit.
Sure.
Nothing happened.
Sure.
So I found like that happens a lot with the job hoppers. They'll be at a place here. That's not right. And a lot of times they talk a good game, but they don't deliver. So you it's like a red flag.
Sure.
And you choose not to see it, and they're like, oh, motherfucker, I should have seen that shit. So the point is, if they've had consistency, they've been so for a while, I think that says something about them.
Yeah.
There's some sort of loyalty there, and they know there's something. At the end of the day, this is what the deal is. It's not like you're looking to take someone from somewhere, but if someone's happy where they're at, they're not going to look to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right. So you treat them right, that's what happens. So sometimes the things align. So to me, if someone has expertise, has got a history of doing stuff, good reputation,
Yep.
People talk good about them. And I think that reputation is a big thing because this is a relationship business at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone's got a great reputation, they're going to uphold their reputation with you. Bro, by the way, we're near, you know, Ryan Serhant?
Yeah.
His office is around here.
Oh, cool. Should we go in?
You should walk by. That'd be sick. I think it's around here. So the point of what I'm trying to say is that guy protects his brand. This guy's making like 20, 30, $40 million a year, but he's so protective of his fucking brand because he said something on a show where it took him 15, 20 years to build his business, but 15, 20 seconds to ruin all of that overnight. You know, so you got to have people that are loyal, that are...
We should cross. Hold on.
Yeah, we should cross.
What we were saying earlier about the hiring part, I like that. And one thing I've learned hiring a lot of people is that I often try to dissuade them. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Dissuade? Thank you. I'm glad it's a good word. I try to dissuade them right off the bat.
I'm going to use that word more later on tonight.
All right, you should.
Maury, I'm going to dissuade you right now. And guess what? I'm not even going to say shit. I'm going to pause for like 10 seconds. And I'm going to keep my hand on their shoulder like that.
Yeah.
Dare me to do that? I'm fucking do that.
I think you're nervous about it.
I am a little nervous about it.
But like,
fucking do it. All right, you try not to dissuade them.
More. No, I actually try to dissuade them, and I try to paint the picture of things aren't rosy.
Yeah.
We're gonna go through a lot of bullshit. You're gonna be in a culture where we push you, and we expect a very high bar, but we're also gonna celebrate these wins together, and we're gonna be on each other because I don't think there's anything wrong with saying like you're a family.
Yeah.
But I don't look at winning championships as a family. I look at winning championships as a team.
Yeah.
And as a team, you got to tell these people, hey, tonight we're going up against the Boston Celtics. You know, shout out to the Celtics. Like, they're incredible. We're going to get our asses kicked. And if you fuck up, I'm going to tell you fucked up and we're going to learn through it together. So I like what you say there because it's all about looking at kind of where they've been. And do they have a good track record? And then bringing them in and saying, this is how our culture will be. Yeah. It sets that expectation. Because I assume for you, fucking out here in the streets screaming at people, you're like, you're ready. You want to go, get that revenue. Yeah. And so I'm curious, are people, when you get on an interview, do you interview with people?
I'm doing less of it. It's,
okay.
I don't even know how it depends on the type of hire it is. If it's like a key hire, it'll be a combination of us.
Okay.
It depends who brings them on. Like if Ed knows a person, has history with them, they're like, Dave, I like this person. He'll want me to see if I feel the same way as someone else on the team. Maybe it depends on the role. The CEO might talk to them. Okay. So it's usually a combination. Depends.
Okay. Yeah. So do you like to hire from the industry or from outside the industry?
I don't know. Recently, it's been from the industry. Maybe that's an issue. I don't know. We haven't been the best at hiring, but recently it's gotten way better.
I wouldn't say that's an issue.
Yeah.
It's just. I don't want to call people numbers, but it is a numbers game. Like, I've always had success hiring from outside the industry because you give them your playbook, you let them build. But then if you hire from the industry, you can find those people that are like, listen, I have my own playbook, but I'm happy to adapt to your playbook. Yeah. It just makes it more difficult. Like, you just hired Carly and it sounds like you guys are kicking ass.
Yeah.
And that's great because it's hard to find those people that say, I have my baggage, it's cool. Not bad baggage, but I'm going to take your baggage. We're going to do it the Connection Holdings way and that shit. So I just went off on a tangent.
No, I agree. At the end, it comes down to time. And I think that's been an issue as to why we made a lot of mistakes. That moving fast is great. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to slow down too. Yeah. We have a CEO that he's more methodical. He slowed us down a good bit, but I think with the stage that we're at, that's what we need right now. In the beginning, you got to go really, really fast because you got to hit the revenue. It doesn't matter what you got to do. You're going to break shit, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. But you can't keep running that way to get to the next level. You got to slow down a little bit too. So, now we have the team member, we have the COO, we have the CFO. Like we're legit. Sometimes it drives me nuts because I want to get point A to point Z fast. I walk the walk fast. I talk fast, but you got to slow down sometimes too, man.
That's why there's subtitles on your videos.
Yeah.
By the way, look at this building right here.
That's a cool building,
crazy design right there.
That's a really crazy design. Yeah, I mean, New York is just cool, man.
That's the World
Freedom
Trade
Tower.
Center?
Yeah, Freedom Tower. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's Canal Street, man.
This is where we can buy really cheap leads.
Buy cheap leads. Yeah, you get the counterfeit leads over here, bro. You guys have any issue with that, like fraudulent leads?
Well, we don't do a lot of leads because we're more call focused. Yeah. But really the only things that I wouldn't say we deal with fraud. I mean, I've been doing it for so long that I can easily tell if someone's being coached and they don't even have to say anything.
How can you tell?
It's not often somebody's just so ready to buy And it's just, they're not, you can tell if someone's just yesing their way. It's like you've been in a conversation where you want to get out of it. You're like, yeah. It's kind of like that on the phone. It's like, what? They don't even, it doesn't even sound like they're listening, but they're saying yes to everything. Or every call is just, it's got too much of the conversion rate's too high. Or they may have a conversion rate that's too low.
Yeah.
If I'm running Google search on MBA, or if I'm running MBA on Google search, the other way around, it's a very expensive vertical. And I know that those calls are going to cost a ridiculous amount. If I'm paying $75 cost per click, for example, a cost per click on a good day converts 1 in 4. Let's just say that 1 in 4 cost per click on a call only ad with MBA. I'm at, what's that, $300 right now?
Yeah.
$300 for a call. That's not bad. But if all of a sudden I'm spending hypothetically $300 per call and the results are coming in, and I'm a publisher and my revenue per call is dog shit, and I'm still sending traffic through. As a marketer, which I know, because I'm a marketer, I know, how is this person still running if they say they do Google search? I know how much it costs, and their results aren't good right now. What am I missing? And then you go back to the call reporter, you listen to it, and you say, there's something weird here. Then you do an audit, and you do an audit respectfully, because someone could just have very good traffic or cheaper sources of traffic. And I'm very blunt. I'll be like, hey, listen, I want to do an audit. And the reason why there's an audit is because the conversion rate is very low, or, there's something else going on that's leading to this. I don't want you to think we're pausing you or turning you off, but would you mind just sharing some of the ad creatives and all that? Because at the end of the day, the affiliates are doing all the heavy lifting. And if we're talking about fraud, because we do media buying internally and affiliates, but if we're talking about fraud, we're not going to fraud ourselves.
Yeah.
So talking about affiliates, it's just being respectfully curious with what they're doing. So outside of that, it's just making sure you know what to look for. Like, you listen for transfers. They say it's inbounds, but it's transfers. Listen to the beginning of that call. See if there's DNCs. That's an obvious tell. It's very difficult to
Wait,
fraud.
see if there's a DNC. Like, can you explain that?
I'm sorry. So let's just say the buyer reaches out to you and says, this person asked to be removed. All of a sudden you're like, well, why would someone call in?
Yeah, it's an inbound call.
Yeah, that doesn't.
So that means
add up.
I get you. So
Yeah.
I think that means there's a sign of a transfer, right?
Yeah.
It's just actual transfer.
So there's not. It's not like these are obvious things. But you just have to know how to look at them, because one thing people can get lost in is just the day to day.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have. Listening to a call takes a long time. We built out some cool tech to allow us to listen to calls and load those strings.
That's your own tech.
Yep.
Right. Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
We built a software called Ocho, and I just named it after my dog. His
I
name's
took you like
Ocho.
Ocho Cinco.
No, I wish, but no, my dog's cooler. But it allows us. I mean, it's a really cool platform. We're going to start rolling it out. It allows people to take leads in, dial out on it with the call center. We've built in true SMS conducted by AI. We've built the engine on OpenAI,
Wow.
so we can have back and forth combo. And then we're building in different tools to allow us to throw up red flags. And so, maybe I'm plugging it here, but it's going to be, I'm trying to give it away for free right now. So people would tell me how it sucks. So hit me up. But it's easy to catch fraud, in my opinion. At the end of the day, listen to the calls and you'll find it. Leads is harder because you don't know until you get them on the phone. You've already bought a shit ton of leads.
A couple of years ago, we had a nice campaign running with an affiliate. Got some good numbers. I forgot the numbers exactly. But it was a nice campaign. We scaled it up. It's going the right way. And then I got that dreaded call. And it turned out it was a transfer alert to let to a big issue,
Oh,
TCP
man.
issue.
Yeah.
60 grand out the damn window, man. And then the worst part wasn't even that. We had other campaigns. We had a Spanish campaign that was kicking ass, but they threw out the baby with the bathwater. We lost credibility. Which
yes.
if I was on their side of the foot, I would do the same thing. But it was because we didn't have the checks and balances in place to catch that, because we were running fast and we didn't have someone in place for that. And it's funny because I was in Vegas when the guy running the campaign with me was like, something seems off. So let's put this thing in place. And bro, as soon as I landed, I got that phone call. Your gut is always right. You feel it, man. And that threw away, that fucked up the whole campaign. It was crazy. It was doing open enrollment too.
Oh,
so,
man. You
hard
want
lesson.
You want to be that proactive partner.
Yeah.
I've had buyers where I'll go to them and I'll say, you know what? You just bought 50 calls from me that weren't what we told you they were. We're going to credit them and we're going to make sure
That's
we
beautiful.
make it right.
Yeah.
And we tell them. They wouldn't have found out.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, you didn't have to do that. And it's like, well, we have to do that if we want to build a true partnership, true relationship. And the same thing with affiliates. It's like, hey guys, this buyer isn't converting well right now. I know maybe it's hitting your numbers or even just, I don't feel comfortable with letting you scale right now because we need to make sure this buyer is prepared for your scale. And it sucks because they're like, oh, fuck, man, I'm leaving money on the table by not running, but you're being proactive. And they at least know, wow, he's not just about calls. He's about what works for me. So like, there's so many indirect ways to beat out fraud. If you have like, if I'm working with you and we're friends and we're good partners, I don't have to worry about it as much. I don't have to check Dave's calls because I know Dave isn't going to fraud me. When you're a publisher, I have to build that relationship. And I'm starting to see that actually condense where networks are like, listen, we can't work with everyone. Yeah. We have to work with who matters. We can work with anyone, but we can't work with everyone. Another rabbit hole I just went down. Sorry.
No, but it's all relevant because at the end of the day, it's long-term money versus short-term money.
Yeah.
And the guy that we worked with, that was an asshole. I swore they were legit. And it really is on our end. Like we trusted him. We didn't expect. We should have expected.
Say his name.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Josh. Yeah, Josh something. I got to remember last. I don't remember. It was years ago, bro. I'll find it. I think he's out of the business, man. Which is rightfully so. But the point is that it's so dumb because if he had done things the right way, or maybe he didn't know how to do things the right way, it's on us at the end of the day. We deserve to lose the business because we fucked up. And that's how, business is not emotional. It's all logic and it all comes down to the numbers. And we cost people a lot of money, cost us money, and we lost a campaign. So you got to do things the right way. Long-term success in the short. And that's really what you're saying there.
By the way, for a dude who can wear white pants, I mean,
bro, but these are like, dude, it's not working out today. I got all sorts of shit going on.
I can't pull off white pants. Like, if you want to say that you're from Florida, I feel like this is the new Dave.
This is Florida Dave. Right, I got a whole new look, bro.
Chinatown and white pants.
All good. Well, listen, man, we're going to do another one of these. We're going to do a long one. We're going to do like a 60-minute one.
He's going to come to Boston.
I'm going to come to Boston. We're going to do it in Boston.
We're going to catch a Sox game. We're going to eat some fucking delicious Italian food.
Man, Anthony, great pleasure, man. Always great hanging out. We always have a good time. Everywhere we go, we have a great time. And he's one of these guys that always looking to add value for everyone around him, including me. And I know that in whatever way I can help him, I'm always looking to help him. He's looking to help me. And that's how we grow. We grow as a network. We grow as a community. And done a lot. You brought a lot of value to this industry, man. So,
I appreciate that. Yeah, dude. I try.
Yeah, and you're really doing it. It's great to have you on the show, man. I can't wait to do another one with you. And let's go have a good time tonight. We have a heavy hitter dinner tonight. What? I mean, 15, 16 people. It'll be good.
It's always supposed to be 10. It's going to end up being 15.
It'll work itself out.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, let's fucking go, guys. Good shit.
Later, brother.
Yeah, so that was cool.
Yeah.